Hey, yo, doers, what's up? It's your boy, Chap here, and look it. Yeah, we're in the nether. The place I hate the most. But we have another tutorial for you. We've got a custom gold farm on this one. This is pretty excellent. Now, this custom gold farm, I have all of the items kind of separated out here. So as you can see, we have the item sorters, we have the dispenser system, the little falling chute thing where they fall down, and then each platform itself. So let's start right here. This is what you are going to need for each platform. You need 15 walls, 3 trap doors, a single piece of glass, your single turtle egg, and you only need 1 for every other platform on this design, and then your magma blocks. For the little falling chute, the little hole that they fall down, you need 64 plus 9 of walls, 64 glass, 2 trap doors, 3 iron bars, a single carpet, 9 hoppers, and to make yourself a little platform to stand on, I would just bring along some extra glass with you too as well. Okay, yeah. The dispenser system, this is everything that you are going to need right here. So take a good look at it. And then the item sorter. We're doing a 12 long system, so this is everything here that we need in order to do 12 of them. But this here is what you need per item sorter, basically. Okay? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You are going to want to make sure that you are in the netherways biome too as well. Okay? And other than that, yeah, let's get into this gold farm. Okay, the first thing that we are going to set up is the item sorters. Now, there's 100 videos on how to do these things. It's quite simple. We're going to do one together, okay? Our item sorter as well is going to be 3 high in total. So we're just going to run 3 high chests like so, with 3 hoppers going into them just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a barrel on top of it like so, a hopper running into the backside, and then off of the back of this, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 with our solid blocks. On this first block, we're going to put a comparator with a hopper running into it, so you want to make sure that's pointing into the comparator. 2 pieces of redstone dust. Then we're going to jump down, and then we're going to go solid block with a temporary block underneath it, solid block on the back, repeater facing inwards like so, solid block on the back side of that, and then you're going to have to build up and put some redstone dust right here on the back like so. Then on the front underneath, you're going to put down a redstone torch, and in the very top here, in order to lock this, you're just going to put 4 blocks that are never going to be in the system. Netherrack is good because I'm never going to drop netherrack in the system, but you can play it even more safe like that if you want to. And you want to take 41, we're going to be using gold nuggets because obviously the gold farm, and you're going to put 41 in the front of those in order to filter those through and make sure they're items that are for sure not going to go through the system, okay? Okay, and once you have that done and complete, that is pretty much what it should look like right there. Now, anytime any gold nugget comes through here, it's going to get picked up by this hopper, filtered down and through the system, and then you are pretty much going to be good to go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put a piece of ice. You want to make sure that this is packed ice too as well, so it doesn't melt on top of the barrel here. You could even make this a hopper if you would like to, but yeah, we're going to do it for aesthetics. And once we're all done, again, that is what everything should look like right there really quickly. Now you're just going to repeat this 12 times or however many times you would like to, and then we can move on to the, that right there. That right there. Okay, and once you are all done, this is what your item sorter should look like. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, now we're going to work on the dispensing system right there, so the one in the blue. So what we need to do is we need to take an ice block and place it down right here. Then we're going to take obsidian and go 1 and 2, like so. We're going to place down a temporary block right here with 2 honey blocks on top of it. Now, in front of this obsidian, we are going to go temporary block, temporary block. This is where we are going to place a sticky piston facing inwards with a slime block in front of it. Off of the back of the sticky piston, we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with our solid blocks. We're going to turn the corner and go 1, 2, 3, making this a 4 by 4. Now we're going to turn, we're going to go 1, 2. We're going to connect these and place a solid block right here on top. Off of this solid block, we're going to go sticky piston with a slime block in front of it. And then from this corner right here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to turn and face inwards with another sticky piston and another slime block in front of it. So this is what everything should look like right here. Now what we need to do is obsidian, 2 pieces of obsidian in front of this one, 1 piece on top of that one, and another one on top of that one like so, with another one right here. Now we need to put a temporary block on the inside with our last piece of obsidian right there. We can remove that, and now this is what everything should look like right here. So without the obsidian in place, that is what everything should look like right there so far. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to set up the repeaters in the redstone. So we're going to go redstone dust with a repeater right here facing out. Redstone dust in the corner. 1 more, 2 more repeaters. Redstone dust, repeater, redstone dust, repeater facing in, and then 3 more repeaters facing out that way towards that sticky piston. Now what we want to do is we want to leave this one and this one on the first tick like so, and all of the rest of them on the last tick. Okay, once you have all of your redstone checked out and ready to go, you can either use a button to fire up the system, or you can just simply place down a torch, remove it, and this is what we should get right here. Oh, we have something locked up. What do we lock up here? Oh crap. There we go. Once you have it all set up, this is what it should look like, and this is what it should be doing right here. So you should have the 2 sticky pistons firing at the same time, with the back one there firing kind of as an offset to the other sticky pistons next to it. There's another angle for what it should look like, and that is what it should look like with your obsidian in place. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to build the chute for this. So what we're going to do is from this one right here, we are actually going to go up 3 high with either building blocks or glass. Does not matter. I'm going to use glass so we can see what we're doing, okay? So that is 3. We're going to bring this one up to match, and then finally this back one. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of our droppers and we're going to face them inwards like so. And this can be a little tricky, but we also need 2 facing downwards. So we're just going to build a little L out and on top. I'll give you a better look. And these last 2, once you do get the ones on top, it can be a little tricky, but if you just place 2 blocks on the back side, you can get them like so, and then just replace your block here and remove all of this little scaffolding block that you did set up. Okay, now we're going to take our solid blocks and we're going to place one on either side like so. We're going to bring our solid blocks out and around this set of droppers right here. And on each side, what we're going to do is we are going to step it down and out, bring it over. We're going to step one down so that we have a little gap right here underneath this. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And we actually want to make sure that we have a solid block underneath these back droppers here where we are running this down to. Now we're going to go repeater, 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 and another repeater facing in underneath like so. And then we're just going to take our remaining redstone dust. We're going to run it all the way out and around to this side. Make sure we did on the same on the other side. Yep, and we are done and good to go. Now what's going to happen is that when we do power this, it's actually going to power every single one of these droppers. So that shot every single one of the droppers right there. So from above, this here is what everything should look like. Okay, now standing on top, what we're going to do is we're going to place 1, 2 hoppers going into those 2 side droppers, another 2 on the back side here, and then 2 more going into the top of the other ones. Now we're going to take our iron bars and we're actually going to just make ourselves a little nook like so. We're going to place down our rail and then our mine cart. We're going to remove the rail from underneath, push this all the way over into this front corner right there. That should be good. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, and like that is going to be good enough as long as they are just kind of tucked in the corner. Whatever goes into these minecart hoppers is now going to be split in between these 2 droppers right here. I'll take my rail, thank you. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to work on to the little standing AFK kind of collection area in the falling hole, and then we'll work onto the platforms, and then we are essentially done, and we can just showcase you this farm. Okay, now from here we can move on to the upper platform and the big chute area, so the pink box down there. So we're going to run 2 hoppers going into these top droppers, 2 more hoppers going into those hoppers right there. We're going to run another hopper going into this front one right here, okay? So this is mainly where everybody's going to be falling, and this front one is kind of a secondary, and then we're going to take the rest of the hoppers and run them around going into that hopper. Okay, so they should all look like this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to surround this entire hopper section here with just a layer of glass. This can essentially be as big as you want because this is going to be where you kind of stand and do all of your work and everything. So this is why I said to bring along all of the extra glass. And now what you're going to do is on the center hopper, you're going to place down a piece of carpet. On each side, you're going to do a wall, another wall in front. You're going to wrap the wall around the back side. You're going to make it 2 high on the side like so. Then you're going to put 3 iron bars across the front. Trapdoor in the lower part in the center just like that. And then a temporary block behind it. And another trapdoor right there. This is where you're going to stand and do all of your chopping from. So yeah. Now what you want to do is you want to make the sides and the back at least 2 high. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start my glass right here too as well. And now on each side, what you're going to do is you're going to go up 32 in total. So I have 2 right there. So I'm just going to go 30 more on each side, and then I'm essentially done. And we're going to bring the glass up on the front and the back too as well. So walls right here like this, and then glass right here like that. Okay? Okay, and once you are all complete, this right here is what you should have. So you should have your AFK platform where everybody is going to fall down into with your collection system underneath. You should have your 32 high chute from exactly where you were standing. And now what we can do is we can move on to the simplicity of these platforms. So let's just, now let's grab the materials for the platform. Okay, and for the platform, it's very simple. All we're going to do is near the front of the farm, so you can see down there, that's where we're going to be standing. We're actually going to remove that piece of glass, and we're going to put down a piece of magma block. And then from each 4 of these little points right here, it's going to be 9 blocks each way. So we're going to stand on the front one here. This is 1, 2, 3, and that makes 9. Now, if you have Frostwalker boots, you're not going to get the burn effect on these things. And now these walls, these count as 1, so this is 2. Okay, now it's a little different on this back one. What we're actually going to do is we're going to bring the magma blocks out and around, and we're going to leave a 2-block gap here. So a 2-block air gap, and we're going to wrap it around and then connect it to the other side. So again, this is a 2-block air gap here, and the reason for that is we want to bring our walls out and around above that air gap. You're also going to make these walls too high, just at the front there. Now we're going to take a trap door, place it in the front, facing down, another one on top of the glass, another one on top of that trap door. We're going to aim at the back side of this trap door. That's where our turtle egg is going to go. And then from here is where we're going to count. So this is 1, 2, 3, now 4, 5, and 9. So now that's 9 blocks from the center, and essentially you can make this platform whichever shape that you want. So if you want to make it like a figure 8, if you want to make it like a diamond, if you want to make it look like a heart, if you just want to shave the corners off and make it round, that's what you can do. And that is exactly what I am going to do. So this is the platform that I chose. It's right there. It's pretty decent size. And now what you need to do is you need to put a roof on top of it in order to stop gas from spawning on this thing and to kind of, keep you safe. Okay, and to layer this thing, all you're going to do is just stack the wall up one more. This is where your floor for your magma blocks are going to go. Same thing, wall on this side. And then you just repeat this same process. So bring your walls up, just bring them out and around exactly like they are on the floor below you. Aim right at this trap door and just put a piece of glass down with your other 2 trap doors on top. This trap door in the front right here in order to coax them downwards. And then believe it or not, you actually don't even need a turtle egg for this floor. Just match your floor, put your roof on top in order to stop the gas from spawning, and these guys will actually be attracted to the turtle egg below it. And yeah, you are good to go. Okay, now I gotta go get some more glass and put a roof on this darn thing. Spooky. Okay, now for your roof, all you really have to do is just essentially run rows of glass in order to stop the gas. Yeah, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. So once you are all done, this is basically what you should have, is all of your platforms in place with your roof on top in order to stop the gas from spawning. And now what we need to do is we need to go down here and turn on the little ticker system for the dispensers. Oh my goodness. And they're falling already. I think I missed a turtle egg. I gotta go back up. Okay, now in order to activate this dispenser system here, I mean, this farm is noisy enough as it is, so I don't really care. But what we do need is we need absolutely one of the fastest ticks that we can get in Minecraft. So here is what we are going to set up. We're just going to set up a little thing like so. 3 blocks with just 2 on the side. Let me get rid of these. Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Okay, so we're just going to set up a little thing like this with 2 blocks on the side. We're going to put 4 torches, 1 on each side, and then we're going to run some redstone across in the front, and then, oh, I didn't bring enough. And 1 more in front here to connect it to this. And what that's going to do is that's going to trigger everything here and fire all of the dispensers, as you can see. Now, I still have a terrible amount of despawning that I need to do below this. And believe it or not, I actually want to add more on top of this. this. So what I'm going to do instead of going on a big despawning mission right now is I'm going to go over to the other world where I have this created. And we'll show you exactly how well this thing works. Because as you can see, when we get out of the despawn range of everything, I mean, this thing is absolute. Where did I go? Okay, this thing works beautifully. Okay, so here we are in the creative world. As you can see, I've got a few of them set up and running and going here. This is the one that I've just basically set up over on the Minecraft world that I need to just basically finish. Same setup going, same setup running, and basically how this system works is you can see all of the items are being spit out here and into this 2 wide chamber, which they then get pushed over, drop down into this single wide chamber where they align with these blocks and get sent over across these item sorters. But that right there, when they are raining in, that is basically how this system works. And this is capable of keeping up no problem with, well, let's count them. 27 layers, okay? This is 27 layers right here. And you can see this hopper system and this hopper setup right here, there is no backup whatsoever. Okay, so this is even the main one where they are all falling down to, and I mean, it keeps up no problem. Here's the front one. It has no problems whatsoever either. And then all of these back ones too, where everything kind of just gets split in between. These have no issues whatsoever. And yeah, the system is pretty insane. It's pretty insane. Okay, and you can see on this one, I've done the same 3 high chests, and we are a little bit off of the ground. So if you set up a bigger sorter system on here, you can actually squeeze in a few more layers on the gold farm and make it even more insane. Pretty insane gold farm. Now, if you would like to, what you could also do is anywhere along the chute here is set up a dispenser system with a lava bucket inside of it. And you're going to want to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4 block gap and put a sign in place. Just run a simple redstone torch tower down, all the way down and into a button. And what you can actually do is just turn this into a pretty insane XP farm, as you can see. Okay, and even after all of this chopping, if we just go around and check and see, none of the hoppers here are getting backed up. Even the ones, let's see if we can squeak in there really quickly. Okay, so the one that they stand on has a little bit of an issue when it does start to get enough stuff in it, but the rest of them are doing just fine. So yeah, you can see this one here. This is the one that I am going to set up. It even has a little system here in order to stop them. So if I need to do any work down here on top of the system and I don't want any interference whatsoever, I've put in a little system here that can stop them too as well. So yeah, it's pretty insane. I've compared this to, you know, some other farms too around here. So we've got ones back there. We've got this one here, which is 19 layers. But this system right here, you can see, even with 21 layers, if we were to go down and kind of bump it down a little bit, we can get 22, maybe 23 layers out of this thing. You can see, this is pretty insane. So there you have it, you guys. That is my take on the custom gold farm. As you can see, even with them raining in here, the system has absolutely no problem keeping up with them. And you can see, this system is very compact, it's very fast, it's very easy to keep going. And now the reason why I'm focusing more on this and not the platforms is because a platform is a platform. All you need is spawnable blocks for certain mobs to spawn on, and you just don't want the platforms to be too big. You also don't want them to be too small, because there is actually a sweet spot for which these guys do spawn on for their major massive groups. So if you make it too small, you don't get the big giant groups like that one right there, where they are just pouring in by, like, what was that, 12, maybe 13 on one single platform. There's another example of it. You don't want your platforms to be too small because you don't get the opportunity to have those types of spawns. So there it is, you guys. There's my gold farm. There it is in 21 layers all stacked up. That's what I'm going to end up probably putting on the hardcore series too as well once we do get above the nether. But nonetheless, leave a like, make sure you subscribe, shop Happy Chap for your world downloads. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you guys on the Discord. Love you all. Peace.